everyone, my name is Abigail Marshall. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my bedroom. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created these lovely pieces of art right behind me. Keep in mind that these canvases were upcycled and I only used what I found in this apartment. So I'm definitely going to rate this E for everyone and easy because anyone can do this. So I am really looking forward to showing you guys how I created it. So let's begin. As you can see, I'm starting off with a used canvas because that's in my budget. But first, it is time to make breakfast. You cannot do anything without having a decent breakfast. And maybe it wasn't the best breakfast, but I thank God that I had something to eat. I have to remove this glue that I regret putting on in the first place so that we can get a smooth surface. But I didn't know at the time, and sometimes it just takes time and practice and trial and error to get things right. Many of you would not have to take this step, but if you happen to have some kind of textured board and you hate what you put on your canvas, if you're starting off with something already used, then you can use spackle, as I am using here, to get a better and smoother surface. Now this spackle isn't going to completely smooth it out, but it's going to help the paint adhere a lot better than right over the sand. So you can definitely skip this step if you're using a blank and a clean canvas. I know that I want tons of color in my bedroom, but I wasn't quite sure which ones I should choose because I really want to kill that gray tone out of my bedroom and give it some more life and warmth. But even after trying all of these different colors, I actually decided to go with the original painting that I saw as my inspiration. Now the spackle took forever to dry, but once it was complete, I went over it with some sandpaper, wiped it down, and prepared it for painting. And as you guys know, I love to use my house paint on these big projects because it just saves me money. I did misplace the clip showing how I traced out my design, but everything was in my head and just looking at a picture, so there was no specific thing to follow except the image that I saw, and I did the best that I could to make it proportional. So what you see here is myself painting inside of that. So even though it looks like I'm free painting, not quite. You could do that, but I would recommend you to have some kind of guideline. And as you can see this picture here, it does come as an Etsy printable, but my hands work, so I am going to save money where I can. The blue paint I'm using is actually the same blue color on my bedroom walls. I just happened to lighten it up just a little bit more so it didn't look exactly the same. This art printable is supposed to be on Etsy, but when I went up there to look for it, I could not find it. So maybe you guys can find it. If not, I'll be sure to insert a clear photo of it towards the end of this video so that you guys can take a screenshot and use it as reference for when you want to start the same project. Now some of you may be wondering what ratio to mix each paint color. Baby, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just mixing colors till I find the one that I like. That's all. Nothing special. I just knew the colors that I had in my mind and I began mixing paint colors until I found that color. Or until I get close enough to it till I'm satisfied. Round number 2, I'm upcycling another canvas that I was not in love with. 2 layers of wall paint gave me just enough coverage to begin this project. Be sure to cover your tables before you start painting. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but I later realized that paint actually splattered everywhere in tiny small dots. I was able to get it up with some sanitizing wipes, but I could have avoided all of this just by covering the table. So think harder, not smarter. Wait, what did I just say? Never mind, let's move on. Y'all know what I meant, okay? Think smarter, not harder. Now, this picture had no specific reference or image to follow, but if you want to copy this as well, just think about creating staircases or Charlie Brown sweater. Either way, you'll get the same results. I know this particular painting does not look perfect, but when I saw that some brown areas were darker than the other, I actually liked it. I really feel like it gave this painting some depth and substance, something your eyes can grab onto. Kind of how the Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Kind of like that. Now, what I didn't realize is that this canvas had a hanger on the back side of it, and I happened to paint the picture upside down in ratio to how the picture was supposed to hang, so I had to move it to the other side. So keep that in mind. This will help you guys avoid a mistake that you didn't have to deal with in the first place if you just paid a little more attention. And last but not least, I decided to mix some glue and water as my top coat for this painting, but later realized that it did not dry as smooth as I thought it would. It kind of left some dry areas and then some areas that were kind of shiny. So because I was going for a textured look, it didn't bother me much. But if you're looking for something smooth and clean, I would not recommend glue and water for sure. Try something else. Hanging my artwork was the most enjoyable part of this project. Now there is one more piece, which is this decorative mirror that I found at Five Below for $12. It's the only thing that I did not make. But you can find other round objects to pull this together if you don't like this one or cannot find it. But here is the final look. Be sure to pause right here to take a screenshot of your reference photo, and I surely can't wait to hear back from you guys of how you created something special. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.